Hello folks, fellow YouTubers and friends. I told you I'm not going to do any things on this ceiling fan PMA that I haven't done before. So I've already cut the, this is the one that I'm doing for Scott Brown, the stator that he rewound. Whoops, wrong stator. The stator that Scott Brown cut all of the wiring out of and rewound it with 18 gauge wire. Anyway, it was 14 coils, and the other one I did was 16, so I just cut another ring out and we're getting ready to put the magnets in it. I'm going to put these in. These are the 1 by half N42 neodymium magnets that have a pull power of 35.5 pounds each. Not going to bore you. I'm going to go ahead and put them all in and epoxy them down and that kind of thing. Oh, by the way, I did drill out the bigger holes. I hope y'all can see that. Much bigger than the last ones. You get more epoxy in, and I drilled them with a 3/8 inch drill bit and countersunk them with a 1/2 inch drill bit. Should work out pretty good. Okay, after I get them in, we'll make another short clip. Okay folks, a point I want to try to make to you is that by using the 6-inch Schedule 40 pipe, the thickness of the metal has so much meat, they actually, with the smaller magnets but more powerful, even though they are more powerful, they're not 3/4 inch wide, they're only 1/2 inch, it holds them in place without a spacer. Now what I've done is I've put my case, the ceiling fan case, in here and traced around it so I know where where it fits, so I don't accidentally get the magnets into the casing. Now what I've also done is took a combination square and squared a line across both sides of the hole. Oh man, I'm glad I did that because it's making it so much easier. I simply take the magnet, put it in, and make sure I've got the north and south like they're supposed to be, bring it over here, place the edge of the magnet right here, and then just slide it in place. And I mean, it works fantastic. In fact, I'll do one right now, just one, because like I said, I don't want to bore anybody. So what we've got our magnets. Let's see, right here, and we simply push down and peel one off. And we take the magnet in here, put the finger between it. As long as it doesn't slam, it won't pinch you. It's when you don't have your finger in there, okay, until it turns, and there it goes, it pull it. Now if it's pulling to it, it's opposite, so we want to flip it over exactly 180 degrees, put it right there where the hole is, put it right there on the edge of the hole, and just literally slide it in place. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. So easy. I'm going to do this one in less than half the time that I did the other one. Okay. Okay folks, as you can see, I've got all the magnets in now, and I've double checked them to make sure they are north, south, north, south, north, south, all the way around. I don't know how, but one time I got one magnet in sideways. The north and south was on the sides, but luckily I found that and corrected it. But they're all north, south, north, south. And again, I love the Schedule 40 pipe because it has enough meat to hold the magnets in place, and I don't need spacers between them, and with the lines drawn inside, they're pretty daggone accurate. Pretty accurate. Now what I'm going to do, I've bought some 1-minute setting epoxy with the syringe with the mixing needle on it. I'm going to start at the bottom and do one side, hold it there, do another side, another side, another side, and then rotate it one magnet at a time. As I do this, that'll give these time to set. That's why I got the 1-minute epoxy. When I get them all the way around one side, then I'll simply turn it around and do the other side the same way. And that'll get me to my sides. Uh-oh, I got one right there. It's a little off. I can see a hole. I'll slide it over off camera. That'll be perfect. But anyway, I just want to let y'all know, see what's going on. Like I said, I'm not duplicating anything other than things that are absolutely different, and this is definitely different. No spacers, don't need them. Okay folks, we've got all the magnets in, and we've got them stationary with the little epoxy in there. Like I showed you, we did both sides, just a little bead on each side of each magnet. and then we came out here and did the holes with the tape around it, and about 6, 7, 8 minutes later we pulled the tape off because we were using 1 minute setting epoxy. Okay, and now we've got our tape. Now this time, last time we used masking tape. This time we used duct tape to see if the strength of the duct tape will cause it to be easier to pull off. It was pretty easy with the masking tape. I'm hoping this works better. Now, the last time with the 18 coil ceiling fan, we had 1 or 2 little leaks around here. This time when I folded the tape down, I used a popsicle stick. Being wood, it's non-magnetic, makes it easier to get in there to handle the edges. Secondly, the end of it is round, but it's not as fat as your finger. Okay, so you can get in there tighter. Plus, if you turn it sideways, you got an edge to get a nice clean seal, and rub it down on the edges like so. Okay, and seal it up. I'm hoping like we don't have any leaks at all on this one. All right, show you after we get done and get the tape off of it. In fact, if the tape comes off harder or easier, either way, I'm going to show a little short clip of taking the tape off so that you'll know whether to use duct tape or not. Okay folks, I said I wasn't going to show you anything that I'd shown before unless I had something new. Well, this time we used duct tape instead of masking tape. The duct tape itself is stronger. The material itself is stronger, therefore it comes out without tearing like the masking tape did, and it had a little. You have to pull it a little bit harder than the masking tape on some areas, but basically it works a lot better than the duct tape. Okay, it comes out a lot better. It doesn't tear and leave little pieces that you have to peel off with your fingernail or something of that nature. So it's definitely better. By the way, when we filled it all up, it took two syringes to temporarily fasten in place so that it wouldn't slide and fill the holes around the outside. Then it took 6.5 more tubes just to fill the inside. So I'm thinking to fill the inside, you ought to use self-mix instead of the self-mixing syringes, because they're a little bit expensive. If it were me, if I was going to do this again, I'd use these to, like I said, do the sides just a little bit and then the holes, and then I would turn it right around. After I got my tape in, I would mix up something just as strong but a little bit cheaper. For example, fiberglass resin, or maybe even just plain epoxy, and just mix it myself and pour it in. But you got to do something to make it cheaper, because the tubes I bought the other day were $4.70. For some reason, I don't know why, I went back to the same cotton pick at Home Depot, and bought more, and they were $3.77. So go figure, okay? But anyway, at any price, it's a lot easier and cheaper to mix fiberglass rosin to do your main fill with, okay? But I'm going to go ahead and unwrap this and clean it up a bit. It's getting late right now, so as soon as I get this all cleaned up, I'm going to let it set overnight, and then I'll come in tomorrow and actually assemble it. And now, I didn't show assembling the other one, and there's a couple of catches to it that if you don't do it right, you can not blood blisters on your fingers and thumbs, but actually take out chunks of meat. In fact, I'm missing a chunk of meat out of this finger right here and this thumb, because when I set it down, it will actually snatch the stator and right down in it, and the sharp edges of this caught my fingers as it snatched down in there. So you have to be very careful about that. All right, I'm not suggesting anybody do this, but if you do, you do it on your own, okay? It is a little bit on the dangerous side. I mean, it's not like it's going to, kill you or anything like that, but it is going to hurt if you do it wrong. Okay, another thing on the using the duct tape, like any tape, if you don't want it to tear, the thing to do is put pressure on it and just pull easy. Don't try to horse it, and you'll do just fine. Now, as you can see here, that this one I didn't get filled quite all the way. That's not a problem. I just simply put another piece of tape across there later and fill it back up. Epoxy will adhere to epoxy very well. I got another one here that's a little bit on the hollow spot. This one's a little bit on the hollow spot, not bad. But if I'm going to go ahead and try to redo this one, I might as well do those three because they're right in line. No, they're not. Anyway, these two are in line, this one's not. I'll just put a little tape across there and fill them in at a later date, probably late tomorrow afternoon. I'm going to clean it all up, and we'll get back to you tomorrow, do a little bit more on it, clean it up, and get those filled and put the caps on like I said. Okay.